Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome. Great to have all this garbage with us this morning. All y'all garbage. All you, all us, everybody who's garbage. It's great to have you here with us. The garbage comment continues to percolate just a bit. Both from the comedian at Trump's rally and from Joe Biden. Was that just yesterday or the day before? The only garbage he sees are Trump supporters. Mm-hmm. Now,
he said that Wednesday night or Tuesday night.
That is ridiculous that Republicans would be trying to make something out of that. As the Washington Post and KJP both pointed out, comes down to an apostrophe. That's all. Oh, okay.
Look at this, man.
That's how hard they're trying to defend that campaign.
Absolutely pathetic.
Did Biden call Trump supporters garbage? It comes down to an apostrophe.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah. And then the White House also released a transcript from that call.
Where they put the apostrophe in, right? Yeah. Yep. It's incredible. But this is where we are now. This is just where we are. The propaganda tools that this administration has, just astounding. Wow. They can always count on the Washington Post. They can always count on the New York Times. And they'll always be there to try to bail them out. I mean, it's pretty tough to bail this administration out, but they're doing their darndest.
Yeah, where's the Politico transcript? You just had that up there, Joe. That was awesome. Now, this is the worst. This was the most egregious. Look at that, where he says they actually added in the words.
Oh, my gosh.
Said the only garbage was the hatred of Trump supporters who said such things.
Yeah, that's not what he said. I believe we have what he actually said, do we not?
Yeah.
We still have that.
The Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
Yeah, didn't even use the word
demonization is seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American. It's totally contrary to everything we've done.
Then there it is in context. They keep talking about, you took it out of context. Mm-hmm. There was an apostrophe there. Yeah. He's talking about that particular Trump supporters saying that. No.
Well, yeah, and he practically stops. Play that part again, because he practically stops. Is his supporters.
Yeah.
Long pause.
Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware.
Pause it.
They're good.
There's another thing, too. He wanted to claim that he's from Puerto Rico. The Puerto Rico that I'm from, Delaware. What? All right, start it over again. Listen to this. It's amazing.
The Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization is seen as unconscionable.
Seriously.
And it's un-American. It's totally contrary to everything we've done.
Okay. So he stops after supporters, and then he starts back up with his... And then he goes on to something else. There's no way you can argue that he was talking about the comedian or his supporters' garbage. I mean, give it a freaking rest.
Oh, they're not going to. But it's amazing to watch him twist and turn here, because there's just no defending the indefensible. And the thing is, Trump didn't even say it. Some screwball comedian said it.
I know. That's the other thing in this. Trump has never said this.
He never said this. So we've got this massive controversy over this comment, but really thanks to Joe Biden for putting a lot of this focus right back on them. That's fantastic. It just, again, goes to show how they feel about you. She's going to be the president for all Americans? No, she's not. She doesn't care about half of this country, at least half. Anybody who is not a liberal douchebag, she doesn't want anything to do with you. Anybody who's not completely on board with killing as many unborn babies as possible, she doesn't want anything to do with you. They just have such animosity toward us. Really, absolutely incredible. So, Trump has taken a little bit of advantage of this.
I love this so much.
Great. He's doing some really smart things right now. This is really good. So he posed, had a photo op with some garbage men.
Oh, he did a press
in
conference.
A garbage truck.
Let's see the video. I love this.
Interrupt you for a moment. Stand by for a moment. Trump is answering some questions from reporters.
Joe Biden, to make that statement, it's really a disgrace.
And then at his rally, he wore the orange vest.
Yeah. Hold on. Do the gangster picture. Can we see that? I love that. Do the gangster picture of Trump inside the truck. Do we have that? Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
That's fun.
Yep.
That's fun. So the focus is right back on Kamala and their hatred for
Deplorable
Americans.
and irredeemable.
Oh. Yeah. And
that's not the one. Sorry, I thought that was the one where he was up there. Because he ended up doing his entire speech in the vest. That's what I thought that was going to be there.
Fantastic.
I mean, he just absolutely, every time they think they have something, anything,
he turns it around on
flips it on its head.
Yeah.
And in fact, maybe in overtime today, he tells the whole story about going up to this garbage truck and everything. It's awesome. I mean, he did the entire speech in that orange vest. Just awesome. Awesome. How do you not love that?
Even though it clashed a bit with his red tie.
Yeah. Well, he talked about how he didn't want to wear that, but they were like, we're not giving you your coat. You're going out there. And he's like, okay.
All right.
It's really funny. Look at that. Look at that on Air Force, on Trump Force One. That's
perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Good shot.
Really good.
I mean, I just love this so much because the Democrats, the liberals, are absolutely seething.
Oh, they're out of their minds
Every
with it.
time they think they've got him on something, boom, he turns it into just a PR brilliance.
Yeah.
Whether it's McDonald's or the garbage truck or fill in the blank, the man knows how to use this stuff to his advantage, and I absolutely love
And
watching
Trump wasn't the only one on a garbage truck. I don't know if you guys knew that.
What do you got?
Vivek Ramaswamy was also in a garbage truck.
Good stuff.
All right. Let's do it, man.
Yeah, but his doesn't have the Trump logo.
Yeah. Tell me, what are we doing here?
Well, he's doing a shift of garbage duty.
Was this yesterday or really?
And don't forget, folks, on November 5th, it is National Take the Garbage Out Day.
All right, sweet.
We
Lift open,
have to
and
go
then
and
what
vote.
Pull them both out. Pull them both out.
All right.
That's so good.
Doing it right? Pull this one back too?
I mean, he really wants to know.
Yeah.
I think this might be an alternate job opportunity for him.
Should I pull it
Just
back
in
again?
case it doesn't make it.
Yeah, just in case.
Oh, gosh.
Should I pull it? Pull it out?
Me.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool, though.
Yeah,
I would
That's
say
the
that.
most up close and personal
Yes.
I've ever seen this process. So
That was actually my dream job growing up,
All right,
be a
man.
garbage man.
Let's
Really?
do it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My reason
Looks pretty
being,
good. Yes.
my
The
mom threw
machinery's
out all
good.
my stuff,
It's good
and I
machinery.
wanted to go and get it back.
even have to use the bat once.
No,
I just wanted to hang out in the back of the garbage truck. That's what I
Just
didn't
hang
wanna,
on the back? Yeah.
I just didn't
That'd
want
be
to do
fun.
the trash part. I just wanted to hang in the back.
they make pretty good money from what I understand.
They sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad gig, and great to see the Trump campaign taking full advantage of this opportunity. Fantastic. From the McDonald's thing to this, they're scoring some major points, and they're driving the left out of their minds. They just can't handle this. Meanwhile, you compare that to what Biden had to say. Jeez, Kamala Harris must hate him even more than she did before, because they thought they were onto something with this garbage situation in Puerto Rico. But I've talked to many Puerto Ricans since, including our very own Chris Cruz, who think it's funny. They don't care. They didn't take a bunch of offense to it. That's being done by the white liberals in this country.
Yes.
People who've never even been to Puerto Rico, couldn't point it out on a map. Those are the ones who are all up in arms over it. But we also had the mayor of Keller, Texas, in the studio yesterday. He was here. He didn't take offense to it. In fact, he tweeted. Was it a tweet?
Yeah, he tweeted, yes. And it got Elon's attention. It has gone viral now, and the guy was born and raised in Puerto Rico, and look at him now, mayor of Keller.
Yeah. Seems like a really nice guy.
He is a really nice guy. I got to go to his office next week, schedule an appointment with him.
For what? What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can, get my way into office or something for him.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Really? Yeah. You don't even live in Keller.
So?
So?
I can't help Keller become better?
Wait,
sure.
Wait, you have an appointment
Yes.
with the Keller mayor next week.
Yes.
And did the secretary ask, hey, what's this in regards to?
Well, I don't need to talk to the secretary. I could just text the mayor. He gave me his phone number. He said, text me and I'll be there. I'm like, all right, I texted you. I'll be there.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Huh.
He's texting you.
Good.
He can't even bother to follow me back on Twitter.
Huh.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, are you a Puerto Rican?
Oh.
He only follows his own people?
Only follow his own people.
No,
Okay.
no. I mean, I DM'd with him yesterday, but didn't bother to follow me back or, give me his cell number. But that's cool. You go have fun next week with the Keller mayor.
Hobnobbing with the elite.
Elites.
Good for you. Good for you, Chris. But again, Joe Biden, here's what he had to say about the whole controversy. Check this out again. One more time. Joe Biden on the garbage. On the garbage.
Rican that I know.
The only Puerto
Rico
Rican that he knows.
where I'm in my home state of Delaware.
Okay.
They're good, decent, honorable people.
Right.
The only
You haven't
garbage
met
I
Chris
see floating
Cruz.
out there is his supporters.
right.
His demonization of is unconscionable. And it's
Unconscionable.
un-American. It's
Yeah.
totally.
It's so American for him to call Trump supporters garbage, but it's un-American for Trump's people to do that. In my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people where I'm from. I mean, where I'm in my home state of Delaware. Okay. All right. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Hey, don't forget, I mean, we've been talking about this for, I don't know, it seems like forever, a decade, this particular presidential election. And it's coming up on Tuesday, and it's about so much more than politics. It's about securing our borders. It's about protecting our communities and ensuring that when disaster strikes, you've got some competence in government. If we're going to have a FEMA, let's have them be efficient. So first and foremost, on Election Day, make sure you vote. But also, on Election night, you're going to want to be a member of Blaze TV. So you can watch, a lot of your favorite Blaze TV hosts as they cover the 2024 presidential election. We're definitely at a crossroads here. And the future of our nation is being decided in real time. So this is your chance to be a part of something amazing. This election night, Blaze TV is going to have boots on the ground across the country with our correspondents delivering the pulse of the night, straight from where the action is happening. And then, they'll be able to give you the results in like 40, 50 days after that. So that'll be something to look forward to. All you have to do is subscribe, and you can experience this pivotal night with us. At Blaze TV, we speak the truth. You know that. There's no spin, no filters, just real talk, breaking down what's actually happening in real time, and we'd love to have you with us. So just go to blazeelection.com/Pat. You'll get $40 off your subscription price. That's blazeelection.com/Pat to get $40 off.
Pat Gray Unleashed now continues.
And then on the other hand, it looks like Kamala is worn out now.
Oh,
Is she tired? She wants to go see.
Look at her, man. She looks just.
Oh yeah.
She was distraught, just looking out that window, and then she got the big yawn. But I thought Donald Trump was old and tired and can't handle the job.
Yeah, right.
Play that again. Just pause that opening shot, Joe. Just look at her looking out the window. I mean, it's absolutely. She's just. I've lost. It's over.
Yes.
That is a definite forlorn look.
What have I done?
Yeah. Why'd I even go down this route?
Mm-hmm.
Or she's thinking how much she hates Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Donald Trump.
That comment has done so much to the not only to the story of this election in the final week, but to the base.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen social media so in unison glomming on to
Being garbage?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, everybody's garbage, and taking selfies of themselves.
I went yesterday to church, and someone approached me and said, "How do you feel being a double garbage today?" I'm like, "Double garbage?" He's like, "Aren't you Puerto Rican too?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I am double garbage today."
Wow.
What a loving,
That's a good point.
loving church too.
Good.
Speaks truth. Speaks truth.
No, but I just love how people are like going to vote and taking pictures of themselves. This piece of garbage just went
to vote. Yes.
Donald Trump. It's been fun just seeing how people react to this.
Yes. Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you. Because again, it's what the comedian does, but that's why you don't invite him to the event in the first place.
You know what? In hindsight, that rocked. That really worked out nicely.
It has worked out. I mean, you couldn't foresee it happening like this, but it's great.
That's why I say every time the Democrats, that is the one thing about Donald Trump that no Republican in my lifetime has been able to conquer, is to, when backed into a corner, or it seems like the left or their willing accomplices in the media have something, oh my gosh, this is really going to sway public opinion against your candidate. He flips it 180 degrees and turns it into a big
Every time.
bust. I love this.
Every time. He's brilliant at that. So, yeah, it's been fun. Yesterday, Harris was asked about Joe Biden's garbage comments. Here's what she had to say.
Biden took his comment last night about garbage.
Listen, I think that, first of all, he clarified his comments. But
did he?
Let me be clear. I strongly disagree with any criticism of people based on who they vote for.
Okay.
Since when?
I know.
Since when?
I love the word garbage is now the word of the campaign.
Yeah, it's the thing. The thing.
You got the press asking questions about garbage. I love America 2024. There are benefits.
In a way, it's a shame that this is where we are, because we should be talking about how bad the economy is, inflation, the border, crime running rampant, all of these things. And how's your life actually going to improve? Your freedoms. Freedom is at stake here. These people are really trying to shut down anybody who disagrees with them. And that's what they project onto Trump. That's why they have to say that all the time about him, that he's the fascist. Don't look at us. He's the fascist. Really? Because the guy was in office for 4 years. How many people did he actually shut down, imprison, put into a concentration camp? Any of that. Also, Kamala's running mate, Tim Walz, was also asked about the Biden garbage comment.
Last night, Vice President Harris said she would seek common ground with people who disagree with her, saying she's going to work with everyone. But how is she going to find common ground with people who supported Donald Trump, someone she calls a wannabe dictator and a petty tyrant?
Well, good morning, George. Yeah, the vice president's rhetoric is the rhetoric that a president of the United States gives.
Wait,
what?
I don't know what that answer meant.
Yeah, that answer did not go well.
No.
That was a bad answer.
Look, it's rhetoric. What do you want?
So terrible. Oh, my gosh. Wow, he's bad. And there was more from him.
I want to put it into a larger context of your recent comment comparing the Sunday Trump rally to a Nazi rally. And I would also throw in there Obama's bitter clingers, guns and religion comment from a while back, the deplorable line from Hillary Clinton's campaign, and the way that Democrats are seen by some voters as disrespecting them. And I have to ask, does that undercut this closing message of unity from your campaign?
No, certainly not.
Oh, certainly not.
Nailed it.
Just deny reality.
Next question.
Lie. Every word out of their mouth is a bald-faced lie. Hey, you're sitting right in front of me. Thanks for joining me. No, I am not here. What do you mean? I'm looking right at you. We're in the same room. I could reach out and touch you. No, you can't. Because I am not here. It's just unbelievable. You just have to deny your senses and reality, and then you can buy into their BS. Then there's Donald Trump's running mate, J.D. Vance. He was asked about the message from the Harris campaign.
I mean, look, I think a lot of Michigan voters are asking, what are you going to do to make my groceries more affordable? And Kamala's response is, well, Donald Trump is bad. What are you going to do to make it so that especially for young people, what are you going to do to make it so that we can afford to buy a home in this country that all of us love? And her response is, J.D. Vance is a fascist. And what are you going to do to close down that southern border that Kamala Harris opened? And her response is, well, Donald Trump's voters are bad people. I don't think that this is a person with a closing message that can win in the state of Michigan, because it's clear she has no actual solutions for the problems that in many cases she played a critical role in creating. So I actually feel like we're in a very good spot, in part because Kamala Harris's closing message is such a disgrace. And I actually, Rob, okay, I signed up for this. Donald J. Trump signed up for this. I wouldn't shed any tears for us. Because, look, we asked the American people to vote for us. We stepped into the political arena ourselves. But it really does bother me that Kamala Harris has decided to attack not just me and President Trump, but our voters.
American people.
You're not a bad person for wanting the border secured. You're not a bad person for wanting to be able to afford groceries when you go to the grocery store. And it's disgraceful for a person who wants to lead the whole United States of America to say that people are Nazis or fascists or racists because they think that she's doing a bad job. She should look in the mirror, not attack her own citizens.
Nice. Great. He's almost as eloquent as Vivek Ramaswamy, but I think he comes across even a little bit better. He's not as slick, and yet I think he's just as effective. He's a great communicator. Just really, really good. Smart guy, eloquent guy, a guy who connects with people, which is why they had to drop the weird thing, because as soon as people were exposed to him, they knew it was garbage. They knew it.
See what you did there?
Yeah, see what I did? Use the word of the day or year. So that's fantastic. You're not a bad person just because you want the border secured. You're not a bad person because you'd like somebody to do something about the crime situation in America, the debt situation. We're not bad people because we want to pay lower taxes. I mean, those who are Republican and conservative give to charities far more than Democrats and liberals. Why? Because we believe that it's up to us. It's our responsibility to provide charity to the downtrodden, the poor, the less fortunate. We believe that's us, not the government. Whereas they want to leave it to the government to do it. It's not their responsibility. The government will take care of that. That's what I pay taxes for. So I don't want to hear that we're bad people because we're voting for Donald Trump.
ABC's trying to help her out.
Oh.
And they do a one-on-one with her about these comments. And Pat, let me see if she can convince you that she wants what's best for you.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
You are promising to bring people together, even people you disagree with. You say, well, have a seat at the table. How do you convince Trump supporters of that, though, when you're calling their candidate a would-be dictator, a petty tyrant?
I am talking to everyone as an American.
How do you feel now, Pat Gray?
Pat, how do you feel?
Thanks for putting me in my place.
Yeah.
That's hard to combat.
She's talking to you as an American.
And she's talking to all of us, right? She represents everyone. What a weird response to a direct question that should be, I don't know, should invoke some sort of explanation. But nope. Watch that again. That's amazing.
You are promising to bring people together, even people you disagree with. You say, well, have a seat at the table. How do you convince Trump supporters of that, though, when you're calling their candidate a would-be dictator, a petty tyrant?
I am talking to everyone as an American.
How does that have any relevance to what you were just asked? Wow.
What do you want? She's talking to everybody.
Yes, what more do you, Pat? I don't know. I think we're way too critical.
You don't get it?
No,
really?
I don't get it.
It must be just me.
It's just you.
I guess it's just me. Yeah.
This campaign is so pathetic.
Wow,
and
it
it's
is
so desperate. Let's skip to clip 10 because look what they did last night at Trump's rally. So they what you're about to witness first is the clip that the Harris campaign headquarters official put out. And it's clearly edited. I mean, it's not even a child can see that it's edited. Then we're going to play the unedited version of what Trump said last night. And what they are doing is absolutely, it's unacceptable in our discourse. Look at this.
They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say. I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not.
Look at that, CBS News headline. Mother Jones.
Whether the women like
whatever
it
the
or
hell
not.
that is.
Whether the women
The
like
Guardian.
it or not. Whether the women
CNN.
like it or not. I'm going to do it whether
MSNBC.
the women like it or not. Kamala has imported criminal migrants from prisons and jails.
This is context.
From insane asylums and mental institutions all over the world, from Venezuela to the Congo, including savage criminals who assault, rape, and murder our women and girls. Anyone who would let monsters kidnap and kill our children does not belong anywhere near the Oval Office.
Right.
And my people told me about 4 weeks ago, I was saying, no, I want to protect the people. I want to protect the women of our country. I want to protect the women. Sir, please don't say that. Why? They said, we think it's very inappropriate for you to say. I said, why?
What?
I'm president. I want to protect the women of our country. They said... They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say, pay these guys a lot of money. Can you believe it? I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to protect them.
Huh. There's the epitome of what taken out of context means. He was definitely taken out of context with the I'm going to do it whether women like it or not. They're trying to make that a negative because they show something else that he's supposedly talking about. When you see it in context, it changes the meaning of what is being said.
And they are so desperate to pivot off of the garbage win that he has right now.
Yep.
They need anything. So,
it's despicable how bad these people are. But it is, again, it's fun to watch them twist in the wind here because there's no explanation for it. There's no defense of the indefensible. KJP was asked about the garbage comment yesterday, and of course, you might be able to anticipate what she's going to say based on what we've already talked about, but here it is.
So those comments were made as the vice president was speaking about unity at the Ellipse last night. Did the president speak to the vice president before or after that speech? Well, I think in a gaggle that the vice president did not too long ago, she confirmed that she had a conversation with the president. The president was very proud of the vice president. She gave a historic speech last night, and he certainly wanted to congratulate her. So that was after the speech. That was after the president.
Yeah.
Make any reference to these remarks or apologize to the vice president? What I can say is I'm not going to get into private discussions here. That's not something that we do from the podium. I'm not going to do that. But the president and the vice president speak regularly. That is not uncommon. She is the vice president. He is the president. So obviously they have direct communications pretty often. And he did have a conversation last night because he was proud of her historic speech, and he wanted to congratulate her.
Why was it
and
historic?
Again, they speak regularly.
Again, why was her speech historic? What was historic about it?
Right. But Kamala actually addressed that they talked, and she was asked if the discussion of the garbage comment came up, and she said, no, it didn't come up in our conversation. Okay, whatever.
What a lie.
I know.
Jeez.
The person that cursed out her husband because he didn't have his phone with him.
Yeah.
That person was
and she used the F word to it.
She did.
Why? Where the F have you been? She was pissed.
Yes.
It's so good.
And the staff was like, call Kamala now. She did not bring it up? Okay.
Did you see the stats on how many people have already voted? Yesterday at, I think it was 5 or 6 when I was prepping for the show. It was 51 million people already. 51 million. I don't know how many registered voters there are in America. I would think it's around, we got 330 million people, so maybe 200 million are registered to vote. But if we're a fourth of the way there already, you imagine how big the numbers are going to be for this particular. We might break all-time records here, and we should. And let's just hope it's from people who've been paying attention. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Happy Halloween.
Wait a minute.
That's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it sure was. But why did we
Okay.
come back to a shot of Jimmy Carter sitting there? I thought we were talking about Halloween.
That's really weird.
Halloween.
Yeah, that is weird because what does he have to do with it?
Yeah.
Nothing really, right?
Oh, is that him talking?
There's Jimmy right there. Is it Rowdy Introvert?
Yeah, Rowdy Introvert.
Would it be inappropriate to do this? You tell me.
Wait, hold on. Why is his mouth not open? Hang on. Gotta do this right. You know?
Yeah, because old people have a habit of leaving their mouths open like that.
They do.
So that's good, yeah. And he voted. He voted. Timmy Walz hopes that his vote is the one that makes a difference in Georgia.
Yes.
Okay, now hit the mummy. That's better.
What do you mean hit the mummy? Just
Hit his voice. But don't throw him across the room like Pat did on yesterday's overtime, causing a catastrophe.
Yeah.
And if you go to Pat Unleash on X, you can see it slow motion.
Oh, you did find a way to do slow motion. Nice. Okay, good.
That was tragic. You need to subscribe at
Sad.
BlazeTV.com.
Oh, yes, you do.
Pat 40 for $40 off. Am I the only one among us that dressed up for Halloween?
Dude, you gotta let that go. I'm dressed up. I'm reverse
Nice
KKK.
cravat, though. Very nice cravat.
Thank
That's
you.
beautiful.
1770s were calling me.
Mm-hmm.
What's the...
Yeah, I'm reverse KKK.
What does that mean?
I'm in all black.
I couldn't find my cravat this morning, so
You couldn't find your cravat.
I didn't
What
wear
about your
it.
powder
That's what these
wig?
are called?
Yeah.
That's a lot better than saying I wore my lace.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lacy cravat.
It's a lacy.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, me and...
So it's like a Thomas Jefferson or...
It's a founding father.
Yeah.
Me and the boys, GW, we're going to head up to Boston after the show today.
Let's go.
Heard there's some
All right.
trouble up there with the king. So I got to crack some heads, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I understand you got a whole list of grievances to present to him. Am I right?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So
we have
that
a
should go well.
monarchy to dethrone later today.
Okay. Got some tweets here, too. Deplorable garbage hippie patriot tweets. The garbage truck bit was gold.
Yeah.
The left is so mental. How does not every single person in this country see that? Yeah, I don't know. That's a question that's always in my head. From John Knorr, my dream job for a day is a garbage man. Love the idea of swinging off the back of the truck. I'm voting for Trump.
Yes.
Pete Finnegan, what a visionary Tony Hinchcliffe has turned out to be. We're all garbage men now. Tony Hinchcliffe. He is the roaster guy. Let's see. I am Bird Mama tweets. Obama called us bitter clingers. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then we had the deplorables from Hillary.
Deplorables,
I
yeah.
love that. And then many other examples that were cited, surprisingly, by CBS News. But yet Obama's out there asking, well, how did we get to be so divisive?
Oh, yeah. Jeez. You idiot. Where you been? Patriot Beagles 2. Make America clean again. Take the communist garbage out Tuesday. Yes, please. That would be fantastic. From Mindy, kids, take notes. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Donald Trump is showing you how that's done. Awesome. Let's see. Independent thought criminal. The Democrats are so full of projection, you'd think they'd run a cinema. Get it? See?
Oh!
Edit cinema. It's
good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Carol remarks, tweets, it's so funny because when I saw Trump in a garbage truck and Biden biting a baby, I thought it was all AI.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, 2024 is...
It's incredible, though. Yeah, I remember Glenn used to say all the time, there will come a time when you can't discern reality from fiction. Because we'll have the kind of technology that will make that will blur that line so much that you won't be able to. And we're here. I mean, we're definitely here. I mean, we've been here for a while, but it's getting worse every single day. You can't count on everything you just see online and then share it with everybody because it might not even be reality. Speaking of Biden biting babies, though, we don't need AI for that.
No.
Here's how he spent last night at the White House.
Yeah, trick-or-treat time, right?
Yeah, it was during the Halloween celebration.
Okay. Oh, no. Hide your baby. No, do not touch. No! He shoved the baby's foot inside his mouth.
In his mouth.
No.
Multiple times.
Oh, my gosh. Get away.
Gosh. Do we have the one where he bites the...
Yeah.
What?
We got the other one.
We also have the other one.
Okay.
And, of course, it's got the perfect music going with it, too. Like, that was playing there. Okay, you gotta... No, it's your job as a parent to keep pedos away from your kids.
Clearly, she doesn't have a problem with it. I mean, they're there because they're supporters, no doubt.
Ugh, it's just gross.
But the guy is just so bizarre. And we've been down this road with him. Don't do this stuff, okay? It's not cool to interact with people's children in this way. You're too intrusive. I don't care if the mother likes it or doesn't. You shouldn't be doing it. Just say hi. Tell the mom, oh, that is an adorable baby. Move on.
I know.
You don't bite its leg. You don't suck their toes. No. You don't do any of that stuff.
Oh, so that's why he's
inappropriate.
Right. He did suck the toes.
Yeah, he
You're
did.
Right.
Yes, he
I thought
did.
he was just biting the foot.
No, he's sucking her toes.
The toes.
Oh, so sick. He's just a sick, twisted buffoon.
That's okay. Yes, sick, twisted buffoon.
Look at that. No.
You like that?
Stop
kid?
it.
You gotta run. You gotta run as a parent. You gotta get out of there.
Stop. By all that is holy, stop this madness next Tuesday.
What do we got?
Oh, man.
This guy will be in office for another 81 days.
We're still in the 80s? How is this possible?
I don't know. Keith math's probably wrong.
No. Keith math is correct. 81 days, 5 hours, 16 minutes, and 45 seconds.
Did the numbering system change?
Yes, it did.
Yeah,
they went to the metric number system. Yeah.
So that's why.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
So what is our countdown? We're 5 days from the election. Okay.
Yeah, 5 days election, 81
weeks.
days.
Exactly 4 weeks to Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice.
4 weeks from today?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And it's late in the year this time, right?
Yeah.
I think we had a really super early Christmas season last year.
We sure did.
Yeah, so now we've got a really late
possible.
one. Oh, wow.
28th.
I don't like that.
Shortest Christmas season possible. Yeah.
I don't like when that happens. I'm going to have to
hear
start celebrating early. Then.
Maybe you need to invent a new calendar.
Yeah. I do.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
But
Because November 1st
even
is
earlier
Christmas.
than normal. Like right now, I should be getting out Christmas stuff. After tonight.
Well, yeah.
Boom. We're
Isn't
into
that what you
Christmas.
do, Keith?
It is.
Yeah. November 1st is your Christmas time.
Do you wear your cravat when you go out and decorate?
Yes.
Don't be ridiculous. I only go out there
He wears
after I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Then why would I do it in this? I don't want this getting all nasty.
He wears his powdered wig.
Should we talk about the election fraud possibilities that we're seeing all over the place? Because I know you were talking about during the break something that, I don't know, Chris, had you heard about this?
No, I did not hear about that.
The Washington woman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who says she just moved recently, and then she got 16 ballots in the mail with different names. 16!
Because then you asked us a great question, man.
Yeah, think of this. Because we know this is going on. And they keep denying that anything like this, that doesn't happen.
Yep.
You're in fantasy land. Really? Here's yet another example of it. Okay, so if I get 16 ballots mailed to my house in different names, would I be tempted to fill all those out for Donald Trump and send them in?
Boy.
And the answer is yes, I would be tempted. My hope is, and I think, that I wouldn't want to do something illegal and mess up the process.
No. Fair.
Now,
you could so easily justify that in your mind by saying, well, they're doing it.
Oh, yes.
They're doing it.
Yes.
And they're not doing it.
They did it last time. I'm going to do it.
They're not doing it on accident or
Right.
they're not stumbling into it. They're going after that. Do we have the Pennsylvania news station graphic that you could put up? I think it's full screen 6. Look at this. We already know who won Pennsylvania, Pat.
I know. God, is this incredible?
Kamala Harris is already
Kamala
won.
Harris, with 100% of the vote already in.
That's wild. Huh?
She wins 52-47 in Pennsylvania. She's been declared the winner.
Now, that local ABC station in Pennsylvania has already come out and...
Oh, they're just testing.
Said,
That was just it. We made a mistake. Yeah, you made a mistake because you've already got it decided. They even have the vote tally on there.
Yes, you
Go
do.
back to the still shot because they've already got her at 3.2 million votes or whatever it was. 2.9 million for
Trump.
For Trump. Look at that. Yeah. 3.293 million to 2.997 million.
We
So
need
Trump.
to remember those numbers.
Yeah, take a picture of that.
Yes, we
Hold
need
on.
to remember these numbers.
Leave that up there for a
Because
second.
if you see that again, Tuesday night, Wednesday, 6 weeks from next Tuesday, whenever they finally
decide to announce.
Yeah.
Whenever they
Remember those vote tallies. That's incredible.
So
now they claim they were just testing the system.
You're just testing it. Come on.
Look,
now.
we work in radio and television. Why? What do you have to test? You have to test whether your Chiron will go up?
Then why would you?
What are you testing?
Then why would you put numbers on that?
Right.
Why would you just put
Why
names?
would you?
999.
Everybody has 0%.
I've never heard of testing the vote system before it happens.
Me either. No.
Whether you accidentally post it online or on camera or not. There's no reason for that.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What do you mean you're testing your system?
Right. Meanwhile, we have a Chinese student in Michigan facing criminal charges after he voted in our elections, despite not being an American citizen.
Right. They can't change his vote either. They can't take away apparently they can't void a vote that's already been cast.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
And then we have...
And don't forget, we have 198 Democrat congressmen and women that, remember, they voted against... they could have made it so that illegals, we can take care of this once and for all through law. Make sure that you don't have non-citizens voting. And they, of course, defeated that. What were we about to say, Chris?
We have a one voter ID with 29 separate votes already in Michigan.
Michigan, yep.
What? No, that doesn't happen. No, that's impossible.
There's an update on that? Is that right?
Doesn't
happen.
Lara Trump, the RNC co-chair, came out and said, we immediately investigated this. We have confirmed that this was a glitch in the system, and the duplicates will not be counted.
Okay. Well,
All right.
I'm glad to see that.
How many have they not counted?
Laura Trump is on top of this.
Though?
Seriously.
How many have not been caught?
Yes.
Right. And then you got the Michigan Secretary of State saying that there's a nationwide issue with Dominion voter access terminals. And I think the issue is you can't vote straight to. Oh, we got clip 24? Oh, you got this? Oh, cool. Let's watch this. She explains this for us. Cool.
So it's been noted that there's been issues with the programming of the VATs with specifically from Dominion. Why was that only caught in the past few days, and why can't it be fixed? I saw the release of the...
Yeah, this is a nationwide issue with Dominion voter access terminals in the counties that use them.
Dominion
The
was
voter
Lily
access
White.
terminals, of course, not all the machines, just the ones that are accessible, have an issue with the straight party voting and a programming issue that's, again, affected the machines nationwide. And I think all of us that use Dominion machines were unhappy to learn about this during the testing period and as early voting began. So we're working with Dominion to seek accountability on that front, and also are working with our clerks to ensure voters are aware of this programming issue that will require them to ensure they are voting every section on the ballot.
Is Dominion now suing her for $1 billion?
Right? For even asking the question.
Yeah.
Because we have straight party. It's not struck me as I've talked to my other colleagues in other states. They're just as upset about it as we are.
Oh, good. Well, they're upset,
yeah.
Pat.
Oh, well, if they're upset, then everything's fine. As long as they're upset. I didn't realize they were upset. Okay, well, good. Then we got it. We got it under control.
Okay.
This is incredible.
It is. Well, we got more.
Dominion sued Fox News and received $800 million from them. Very close to that. They sued everybody who said anything disparaging about them, who dare question whether or not they were totally legit.
Well, and
oh my gosh!
Yesterday we talked about how the passwords for all the machines there in Colorado. The Democrat Colorado Secretary of State, Jenna Griswold, she's the one who accidentally posted those passwords online. They were apparently online for months, and if you will recall, she's the crazy lady. It's always in the eyes, right? It's always the eyes. The dead giveaway, rest in peace, Doc Thompson. She's the one that tried desperately to keep Donald Trump off the Colorado ballot. Now, we did have a small win in Virginia. You had the Supreme Court saying, yes, you can keep the illegals off of there, right?
You can clean up your voting rolls.
So a whole 1,600
thank you.
suspected non-citizens. But you have also 2,600 fake ballots, apparently, in Pennsylvania. So that was mailed out.
Is that an issue? We'll get to more of those in just a minute.
It goes on and on. And thank God Elon Musk purchased Twitter, or else you wouldn't hear any of this. It would be conspiracy theory, and you would be taken down off of social media.
Yep. We talk about saving babies on this show a lot. And that's because it's important to me. I know it's important to you. And we believe that it needs to stop. And so how do you do that? Do you do that by overturning Roe v. Wade? No. We've seen that doesn't do it. It might help in certain states, but it's increased the overall numbers of babies being aborted. So how do you tackle this problem? By changing hearts and minds. And the way Preborn does that is by showing expectant mothers in crisis an ultrasound. And they do that for them for free. And that's because of your donation that they're able to do that. Your donation of $28 enables a woman, an expecting mother, to have an ultrasound and see their baby, hear the heartbeat, and it just changes them. It doubles the chance that the baby will be born alive. And then they don't just say, okay, you're up, good luck, you're on your own now. No, they provide support for that mother for the next up to 2 years with baby formula, food, diapers, emotional support. It's a fantastic organization. Can't think of a better thing to be doing with your time than saving lives. If you'd like to help in this, go to preborn.com/Pat. Or you can dial pound 250, say the keyword baby, pound 250, keyword baby, or preborn.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Look at this, man. I don't know how you misspell Donald Trump's name on a ballot, but sure enough, there you go. Donald Trump's name. I don't know how they
weird
replaced the M with like a.
And where is this? Do we know where this happened?
Where was this one? Gosh, there's so much of this. It's tough to keep track of all this stuff, man. But Wisconsin turned over DMV data. They're trying to find that guy that set those boxes on fire in Washington and Oregon, but my gosh, those cameras just aren't clear enough. Shoot.
Dang it.
You know?
Yeah, well, how do you, in the year 2024, how do you get a clear shot from a camera?
Thank you.
It's almost impossible.
You can't. Right now we're blurry.
165,000 excess ballots in Michigan.
Yeah,
but
we
again,
got a lot
paper
more.
ballots couldn't fix this, right?
No.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween, pumpkin scream in the mirror. This is Halloween, everybody make a scene, trick or treat, till the neighbors gonna die.
Yeah. And on this Halloween, we got some tweets here. Occam's Electric Razor tweets, oh, come on, Keith.
What?
Pat did dress up today, dressed up as a radio show host. Duh. Thank you. Thank you for noticing.
A little bit of effort.
Pretty elaborate. Effort?
A little cravat.
You know how long it took me to pick out this outfit? A long time.
You got the headphones, you got the mic.
Right.
You got props. What props do you have, Keith?
He just got a cravat, and he thinks he's special.
Well, I mean, I got the coat, right? Oh, you know what, though? Hang on. Check this out. I got the long white socks going on.
Oh, yeah.
I got the Payne Stewart.
Oh, that makes all the difference right there.
That does make the
See,
difference.
that's old Payne Stewart action. Let's go play golf.
Yeah, I didn't realize you had that going on.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, that's special.
I'll take it back. You give it right back.
You went all out.
Okay.
From Steve, 50 million people have already voted without getting to factor in the garbage comment.
Right.
Another reason.
Yes.
Voting should be done on voting day only.
One day.
One stinking day.
One day on paper. Let's go. I will stand in place from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. if I have to. Whatever, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm tired of this. It's just so obvious what's
Can you
happening
imagine
again.
if anybody even suggested we go back to that system? Oh, the humanity. Why don't you want minorities to vote? Why are you trying to suppress the vote? Why are you such a racist? It'd be never ending.
He's such a racist. Yeah, seriously. That's the answer to everything, right?
Yep. Where's my pudding tweets? The reporter forgot to give Kamala the answer to the tough question. She needs a cheat sheet.
Yeah.
She does need a cheat sheet. Fury and Energy, I wish we lived in a monarchy rather than this corrupt oligarchy mixed with Marxism parading around as a republic. Okay. Chuck Shazam Bartowski, I identify as 29 votes. Then you can't argue with that, right? And he says, don't argue with me or I'll be offended. Yeah, you can't. You can't argue with that. If somebody identifies as 29 votes,
got to respect that, right?
You've got to respect it. We need to be affirming. We need to affirm, yes, you are 29 votes. Congratulations.
Boy, I should have done that.
Jeez. We didn't get to this earlier in the week. A really embarrassing moment for Kamala Harris. We didn't play this, right?
I've read about this everywhere. I've never seen it.
She was the crowd was chanting her name. I think they were trying to drown out somebody who was heckling her, and so they started chanting Kamala, Kamala, and here's what she did.
Okay, now I want each of you to shout your own name. Do that.
What?
Oh my gosh! What a cringe-worthy freak. Just do that. Look at her face again. Play that again.
Okay, now I want each of you to shout your own name. Do that.
That didn't work.
And nobody did.
No one did.
Oh, you know what?
Shut down the whole.
I don't blame her, actually.
The whole crowd.
Yeah, see, they're Democrat voters. They probably don't even know their own names.
There you go.
What? She says to shout my name.
Stumbled into the truth. Congratulations. Any time in life that you have to make a big change, it can be hard. And that's especially true when you're trying to buy a home or sell a home. You need a great realtor, somebody who really knows the ropes, somebody who has a great track record, somebody who can help you make decisions that will make you money or save you money, or both. In my case, it was definitely both. It saved us money, and we made money in the long run. And that's what you're trying to do when you're selling your house. And maybe you're buying one too. Maybe you're relocating. You have to do both. You really need a great realtor. That's where Real Estate Agents I Trust comes in. These are fans of the show. You're going to have a lot in common with them. And they're people who've been carefully vetted by Glenn's team. This is his company that he started, so that you wouldn't have the same problems with a realtor that he had. Real Estate Agents I Trust, a free service that we provide to you. We just get you together with the best realtor in your area, and then the rest is up to you. RealestateAgentsITrust.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
I swear that's the Sanford and Son theme.
I kind of, the more we play it, the more I agree with you guys, you and Jeffy. Yeah.
It's a big one, Elizabeth. I'm coming home.
We were talking in the break about Kamala. Last night she had another I am speaking moment. The crowd.
Did she get a little pissy last night?
She got very angry.
She's stressed.
This was the third time that she was heckled in her speech, and this is what happened.
Trump's answer to financial pressures is for you to face the same deal.
So good.
Here's the thing. Let me say something. We are 6 days out of an election.
Yeah.
We are 6 days away from an election. And ours is about a fight for democracy and your right to be heard.
Oh my gosh.
That is what is on the line in this election. That is what is on the line in this election. Look, everybody has a right to be heard, but right now I am speaking.
Oh, she's pissed. Yeah, she's pissed.
Trumps.
Keep doing it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Keep pushing.
Oh, my gosh.
Keep pushing.
She's about to snap.
So that's Joy. That's the campaign of Joy right
now. Yeah.
She's
of course.
joyful.
Didn't you feel the joy spilling out of her?
I can't find who messaged me on this, but put it, just screenshot or anywhere on that clip. Just pause it for me, Joe. I'm sure the sign says something very powerful. Just put up the last video. Just pause it anywhere on the last video that we just played.
Yeah, but which one are you talking about?
The last video?
Which last one did we just...
That we just played.
Yeah.
Like the one that we just played.
Okay.
All right, now you can just pause it anywhere. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So you can't really see on here, but there are so many, like that upper left corner, it's a sign that just says Republicans. And I think it says Republicans for Harris Walz. Here, let it play a little bit. Pull the sound down, Chris. See that? It says Republicans. So when you're just watching this, it's almost like it's a campaign sign to vote for the GOP. That's hysterical.
I also like the shirt that says female over felon.
Female over felon. Oh my gosh, that's why you vote for her.
That's
for
why
her.
we vote for her, because she's the female over the felon.
That whole felon thing just did not stick, though.
No. And this is one thing that I've said on my live stream is that the moment I decided that I was going to vote for Donald Trump is the moment they actually indicted that guy. And I said, no, you're not going to take a choice away from me. Screw you. And I mean, come on. That has another thing that has worked in his favor that they thought was going to just destroy him.
Well, I feel like this picture that I just told Joe, this summarized 2024. He's a felon. He got shot at. He works at McDonald's.
Yeah.
He did a garbage truck
and he's
shift.
a garbage man.
He's got 2 jobs, man.
He got 2 jobs.
In Joe Biden's America, he's got to work.
He has to work McDonald's.
Even a billionaire
garbage.
has to have side hustles.
A billionaire, yes.
Next, he should probably drive for DoorDash or somebody.
Uber, DoorDash, yes.
How cool would that be?
It'd be
if
so great.
Donald Trump just walked up to your house carrying your supper, man. Be like, oh my gosh.
You ordered Chick-fil-A? Yeah,
Sure
here it
did.
is. Here you go.
But you're right. Everything they're throwing at the guy, he's just like
It's incredible.
Teflon.
He turns it into gold.
Incredible.
Yep. That is something else. So Robert Kennedy Jr.'s former running mate, Nicole Shanahan, has been making some really memorable ads for the Trump campaign since joining the team in August. She's apparently spending her own money on this.
That's what I hear.
That's what she told Glenn, too.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, when she did the first one about
Good
TDS.
for her. Jeez.
And she said it was only like, I know it's a lot, but she said it's only like $10,000. I'm like, oh, okay.
Only. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, well, now I'm not as impressed. I thought it was, this is how she chose to spend her Google divorce money. But this is...
I thought it was going to be real money. You know, and it doesn't turn into real money until you're in the billions. We don't even talk about millions anymore. That doesn't even...
But you know what? That's a good point that she's making there. Because I was thinking more like Super Bowl ad money. You know?
Yes.
But you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You just put it out there and then hope it goes viral, right?
And that was the whole point. She said, I just put it on social
That
media
makes
and
sense.
it works. $10,000.
Wouldn't you love to make so much money that $10,000 to you was like $10 to other people?
As soon as she
Wouldn't that
said
be great?
that, I was like, man, that
be
must
great.
be nice. 10,000 is like...
It's
I
only $10,000.
I just found $10.
I spent hardly anything. Just $10,000. Oh, well, I spit on $10,000.
Oh, here, I thought you were part of the Trump team, and now it doesn't even matter.
No.
But she's making these very creative ads. Because remember, what did we play? We played
MAGA people.
The MAGA people. That was fun.
We played Dear Kamala.
Earlier this week. That was powerful.
And this one is called TDS.
Okay.
Are you or your loved ones suffering from illnesses such as TDS, also known as Trump derangement syndrome? Do you dismiss or deny the current issues facing our country, such as historic inflation, illegal immigration, corporate corruption, World War III escalations, and the chronic disease epidemic? Are you willing to elect someone who was the least popular vice president in modern history and who offers no policy or vision for America simply because your brain keeps telling you anyone but Trump? If so, you might be struggling from TDS. Introducing Independence. Independence allows you the freedom to finally think independently once again. Instead of believing everything you hear from the mainstream media, Independence allows for constructive critical thinking.
I used to hear people on the news say things like,
Donald Trump and the movement he has encouraged are a threat to democracy.
And I instantly believed it. With Independence, I now realize the media is run by the Democrat elite, who are a corrupt oligarchy that censors free speech,
Yes.
silences political
Yes.
opponents,
Yes.
supports forever wars, and abandons democracy by anointing its candidates.
Independence may not be for everyone. If you enjoy being lied to about your president's cognitive abilities, support Orwellian totalitarianism, or are excited about communist fiscal policy, independence may not be right for you. Common side effects of independence may include an awakening of rational thought, successfully identifying propaganda, freedom of choice, loss of hatred, anti-narcissistic behavior, and love of democracy.
I used to blindly hate whoever my party was running against. I didn't care about facts or policy because I was hopelessly indoctrinated. With independence, I'm much more interested in policies that uphold democracy, and I truly care about the health of our country and its citizens.
Ask your doctor if independence is right for you, and enjoy your freedoms once again.
There you go. Independence.
Okay, that is genius. That is really good.
Because we all know somebody who suffers from TDS.
Oh, my gosh,
And
yes.
there's the solution.
There it is, right there. Independent thought. How about that?
Yeah.
Try independence, please, sometime between now and Tuesday, and see what happens. It'd be great. And you probably will get the side effects, but those won't be as bad as you think, right?
Yeah, those side effects seems to be doable.
Yeah, they seem to be manageable. All right, 888-900-3393. Let me tell you about a health problem that affects 1 in 3 Americans. It's really something. That's an overworked and sluggish liver. It affects your weight, your energy levels, clear thinking, productivity, and even your sleep. And it can actually lead to heart problems. You just don't want this. Our livers are getting bombarded every day with GMOs, microplastics, all kinds of toxins. And it's things that you don't even think about harming your liver. So if you or your husband, your brother, your friend feels sluggish or drained, you can't seem to get rid of those extra few pounds, let me recommend trying the Liver Health Formula and see its benefits for yourself. It's a premium supplement designed with 11 clinically proven botanicals to support and detoxify your liver. And it just helps you feel revitalized and ready to conquer every day. This company has already helped more than 2 million people. In fact, here's what customer Stephanie had to say. In February 2022, I found out I had liver issues. I researched and started taking Liver Health Formula. 6 months later, my doctor was amazed. I lost 20 pounds. My liver is healthier, and I cut out sugar and carbs. These supplements definitely helped. Of course, results are not typical. Yours may vary, but there's an exclusive deal right now to try it out for yourself that you can get because you're my listeners, my viewers. Try Liver Health Formula, and as a special offer, receive a free 1-month supply of nano-powered omega-3s with your order. Try Liver Health Formula by going to getliverhelp.com/Pat. Claim your free bonus gift. Getliverhelp.com/Pat.
Follow Pat on X at Pat Unleashed. Pat Gray Unleashed returns right after this.
Halloween Day. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. I guess this was the winner of our big Blaze.
What do you mean you guessed? Listen how humble
contest.
you are. You brought this in, right? This was your offering into the contest, from what I understand.
Is that what you understand?
That's what I...
My understanding is this is a replacement to what tragedy happened.
The tragedy from yesterday. Yeah.
Smashing Pumpkins, if you will.
See what you did?
Yeah, no, that was a good...
That's a band name.
Listener.
That is a
Not
band
only would it
name.
make a good band name, it is a good band
Subscriber
name.
came up with that. I was told this.
Okay.
Anyway, this is amazing.
There it is. That's a squash.
So, right?
And a pumpkin made into a swan. That's really cool. That's
is
creative.
very creative.
Nicely done, whoever did that.
Yeah, good job to...
Bob.
Oh, it's Bob?
Yeah, employee Bob.
Yeah, Bob.
Way to go, Bob.
Hold on. What department is Bob in?
How about you don't worry about it?
Yeah.
Bob with
It's a really good point. Yeah, you don't need to be intrusive, Keith.
There's
okay? Just congratulate Bob
Just
and move
know
on.
that Bob's department has enough time for him to come up with the concept, built the concept, presented,
right,
and then leave it in the hallway for the last 4
I
days.
know Bob's department. Bob's department hangs out on our company Slack and talks about fantasy football more than my fantasy football league does.
All right. Well, there you go. Good.
I will say that is true. That is the same Bob.
Same Bob.
Okay.
Hardworking Bob. By the way, some hardworking woman made this. I happen to know her. I've actually slept with her a few times.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Details.
Yeah, sorry.
This is a
Kiss and tell,
PG
bro.
show.
But we just sleep. That's all we do.
Oh, okay,
So my wife has,
married.
I guess tomorrow, we're dropping the pumpkin bread with these delicious chocolate chips in them.
Chocolate chips.
This stuff always goes really, really fast. So if you want that, make sure you order that tomorrow.
And I'm guessing we got some Boston cream
You're
cookies.
guessing correctly. We have the Boston cream here and the sweet, I think, is it the sweet potato pie one?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if that's a sweet potato pie, but that's a delicious one. Now, our bags are supposed to have been here. We've had so many problems with shipping and boxes and bags, but they're actually going to have the name of the cookie on it.
Oh, so you're going back to that.
Is happening.
Okay.
But these Boston cream pie cookie, you haven't lived until you've tried one of these.
I'll give you that. That is true.
Oh, my gosh.
What is it? A chocolate frosting on the top?
Yes. And it has the cream inside, like Boston cream pie.
But just like
So
a lot of cream, so get ready to just goo out.
Oh, so delicious. So good. Keksi.com. Those will both be available to order tomorrow. Keksi, Keksi.com. Get ready to absolutely fall in love with cookies all over again. The World Health Organization and AstraZeneca have gotten together to help future doctors understand certain things. This is really good because if you've ever been in the medical profession or you've been to a person who is in the medical profession, you know, like doctors and nurses, you know you want them to understand these things. And that's why the WHO is doing this.
Oh, no.
On climate and health. Okay.
Increasingly, climate change is harming people's health. You could say it's the largest health emergency of our time, and I do need to be ready to help tackle this challenge.
Having climate and health training as part of our curriculum will equip us with the knowledge and the skills to both prevent and respond to health.
Do you understand the full significance of this? These are your doctors and nurses being taught that climate change is a major health issue.
Yep. They're spending time in medical school now, sponsored by AstraZeneca. Boy,
one of the largest pharmaceuticals in the world.
I don't know about you, but boy, watching this, I am excited for our future.
Yeah. All right, let it go. Let's see it.
To health impacts of climate change.
Yeah.
That's why we're establishing the European Network on Climate and Health Education.
Way to go, Ian. Thank you.
To increase teaching in this critical subject in medical schools across Europe and beyond.
And beyond, probably.
This network will enhance our ability to collaborate and share best practices across universities.
This new European network expands the reach of the Global Consortium on Climate and Health Education, deepening cross-continental collaboration and strengthening academic training in Europe.
Today's healthcare professionals are increasingly on the front line of climate change.
Oh, good.
That's why health leaders from across the public and private sectors
the biggest
are coming
scam in world
together
history,
to support this transformative new network.
This new collaboration will help train the next generation of medics with the skills they need to treat the health impacts of climate change and deliver more sustainable healthcare.
Through this network, we will ensure there's greater education on this critical
That's wonderful,
topic.
Claudia. Thank you. Thank you.
Right
It's
now,
critical.
many universities across the world don't teach about the health impacts of climate change.
Because they
this
don't?
leaves a gap in our knowledge and readiness to help
Why?
patients. I'm inspired to see that this is changing.
How are people surviving if they're not teaching it yet? I don't understand. This is the biggest scam in world history. And it's not a scam because there's no global warming. There might be a 0.9 degree increase over the past century that has helped the planet grow food. So there have really only been benefits so far because hurricanes, tornadoes, all of those things have always happened. They always will. There's no changing it or stopping it. You can't.
Well,
they're not increasing in intensity. They're not increasing in frequency. Now, we had a guest last Friday who did claim that they are being created and directed by nefarious agencies. But they're actually creating, in that eventuality, they're creating the problem they're trying to solve here with these doctors.
Yeah, so that kind of stuff.
Oh, my God.
That kind of indoctrination.
I can't.
Will make its way into this nation very easily, as if it hasn't already.
Oh, you know it has.
But under a Kamala Harris regime, you think that kind of stuff that is going to have an open door policy right through HHS? Come on in and let's teach how the health effects of climate change.
There are so many reasons to vote for Donald Trump and not vote for Kamala Harris and her communist agenda. You can't even mention all of the reasons in one show. It would take a lifetime of shows to talk about how bad this person is and her running mate. These are just the worst people who have ever run for office. There's no truth in them. There's no logic in them. They won't answer questions. They won't talk about their agenda. They just keep repeating the same talking points over and over and over again, and then throwing things like this garbage out there. That's amazing that AstraZeneca is getting into this as well. There's obviously a lot of money to be made in this climate change garbage.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Big Pharma is worthy of trust on any medical-related issue.
It's true.
But polls do close. They start closing in 130 hours. But who's counting?
Well, we don't need the polls. We've already found out from an ABC affiliate in Pennsylvania that Kamala Harris has won Pennsylvania with 100% of the vote. 52-47. So.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Boy, that sucks. So if you're in line in Pennsylvania, well, hell, if you're in Bucks County, you're already kicked out of line, so never mind.
More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Happy Halloween. Anybody giving out the full-size candies this year? No? I mean, the full-size candy, that's where it's at. If you really want to delight the trick-or-treaters.
Sure.
Don't give them the fun size, because there's nothing fun about that size. One bite, candy's gone.
That is true.
And nobody's going to target your house later if you give them the
full-size?
Full-size bars.
Right.
I do have to come clean. I forgot that it was Halloween until this morning when Keith did his routine tweet and he said Happy Halloween. I was like, oh crap.
Oh, yeah. That's why he's got the cravat. Yeah, it does seem like you would normally dress up for this occasion.
I do normally dress up. I just completely
forgot. I did not.
Yeah.
Which is why I wore my
you wore
talk
your radio,
show host out.
radio host, talk show host, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the reason you guys thought is because normally Halloween just kind of falls on random days, I think is what it is. And I think it doesn't normally fall right on the October 31st.
Yeah, it's weird that it's the 31st this year. October 31st, specifically.
Normally that's not the thing.
Yeah.
Well,
it just happens when you decide, let's do Halloween tonight.
Yeah.
It's a Thursday night. Who does Halloween?
How did we get society to agree the last
night?
minute like that?
Yeah,
that's the impressive part.
It's weird, yeah.
You guys have power if you're able to just,
Yeah, let's just do it tonight. Yeah.
I did not get that memo.
So sometimes people just declare it Halloween and then you celebrate it. And that's when I dress up.
I got the memo. Well, no, actually, I was going to wear this anyway because it's just so hip.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
You see so much of it these days. The
Everywhere.
lacy cravat is hugely in style. I mean, it really is. People love it.
How did this come around again in the 60s? Like, how did this style come back around in the music world?
LSD.
You know what I mean?
That's LSD. Those three letters explain
I'm either involved in a revolution or I'm recording something in the studio in the 60s. I mean, how did this happen?
So I'm a little nervous because I'm in a completely different neighborhood this year. I don't know if I'm going to keep having to go to the door and the dog's going to be barking all stinking night, or if, like my old neighborhood, nobody shows up at it. We'd have like literally 3 or 4 groups show up at our door. But in this new neighborhood, who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Now, the neighborhood, this one, I know you had to downsize houses, so I don't want to talk down to you, but are the houses closer to each other?
Yes. Oh, no. Somewhat. Yes.
Wait, hold on a second. He's saying that
like jam-packed together.
Well, because I remember the whole
like
conversation.
I used to look out my back window and you see the pool, you see the space, you see the trees, you see the
what do you see
beaver
here?
dam.
Now
what do you see? Rolling grass.
Now he sees the kitchen table.
Now I see brick from the next door neighbor. Boom!
Okay,
right there.
So the shadow of your neighbor greatly affects the temperature of your house.
Oh yes,
is that close?
Yes. So at least it keeps it cooler.
It does keep it cooler.
Saving us some money on air conditioning.
So we're going to do the live stream on Friday afternoon. You, Jeffy, and Chris have graciously agreed, I hope, to appear again.
I'm already logged in, bro.
All right. He's already logged in. Are you going to give us a tour of the new place, or are you going to be stationary?
Am I?
Is this the tour? Is this the tour? You just swivel around?
Pretty much. That's about it.
No beavers, though.
No beavers. Okay. No room for beavers.
I've got an update on your beavers that I'm going to share with you tomorrow on the live stream.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Pat will be pleased, I believe.
You think so?
I do.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, then. We have Leslie in Massachusetts, who I believe is... Leslie, hi. Why don't you tell us exactly who you are? Yeah. You're not.
Hi,
hang on. First of all, you're in Maryland.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Correct.
Can we tell somebody, whoever put is it Daniel? Can we tell Daniel the abbreviation for Maryland is not MA?
Okay.
All
right, we'll do that.
Okay.
Dr. Maryland.
In MD, Maryland, Leslie. So you're tell us about yourself. What do you do?
I'm a chief election judge for Tuesday for my precinct. I'm the Republican judge here in Maryland. We have a Democratic judge, registered Democrat, registered Republican judges. And so when anything happens, anybody needs help, there's problems, there's issues, which are bound to happen. That's all on me.
Oh, wow. Well, that's a big responsibility. So can you speak comfort to us? Is this thing taken care of?
I wanted to tell you, as far as the line thing goes, because that really made me angry yesterday. Mm-hmm. Literally, our polls don't close here till 8 o'clock at night. We start at 7 a.m., go till 8 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Anyone that is in line at 8 o'clock, if it's halfway down the street, they get to vote. If it takes till 9:30 to get everybody through, they get to vote. That is the law. If you are in line, I literally send somebody right at 8 o'clock, though, with a chair in case other people start walking up. Like, no, we have to cut it off at some point. We're already up past midnight, doing everything we have to do.
Yeah.
The machines also are not connected to the internet. I talked with Keith on his live about this last week.
Okay.
They are not connected to the internet where you're putting your ballots. We take a memory stick back to Board of Elections. So that's not connected to the internet. Our poll books are only connected through Wi-Fi, where we do the check-ins, and that's all you can do on there. You can't do internet or anything. Are only connected back to Board of Elections. So, and it's very secure. We have to go through a ginormous security thing here with tapes and seals, and anytime we have to take one off if there's a jam, it's very secure, at least, and that's why I volunteer. At least at my polling location, I know everything's going to be above board. So.
Do you guys use the Dominion machines?
We do not.
You don't. Okay.
No.
So, talk me down from the Keith Malinak plan for secure elections. Okay, whereas we use paper, pencil, we count them by hand. Mm-hmm. We call your Board of Elections, you as the Republican representative, the Democrat representative, and any party is allowed to that's on the ballot gets to sit there at each precinct as the representative for their party and to make sure everything's on the up and up. And then you all sit down and you make the conference call back to the headquarters in your state, and you all are agreeing to what is being stated on the line as far as the vote tally, and then everybody goes home. And we all know who the next president, governor, whatever is by 10, 11, midnight, that night. Why is that not reasonable, as opposed to computers and memory sticks and taking it down to this office and I trust this person and it's not connected to the internet? Who needs the internet? Just use a phone.
I get what you're saying. It's hard to talk you down from that. I feel like that would be, especially as many people as we have doing all these jobs. If we have that many people, there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to count it 3 or 4 times to make sure it's right. The other thing we do as well, though, however, because we have poll watchers, and we've been told in our training we're going to probably have people rolling up at like 5:30 when we get there. This year. But every hour on the hour, we print off a report from the machines that are scanning the ballots. That because we have watchers and people from the different parties come in and look, and we post them on the wall. So they can come in and look and get numbers from the wall of how many votes have been cast.
So is it true? I understand because of the turnout, there's such massive numbers that they want Republicans to come on Tuesday the 5th and Democrats Wednesday the 6th. Is that accurate?
Yeah. I wish
You're going
that
to
was
jail.
the case.
You're going to jail, Pat, for that.
No,
just
I
for
know.
saying that.
Okay. Leslie, thanks a lot. At least maybe in Maryland, it is secure. I don't think I've actually ever heard of problems in Maryland because there's no reason to believe that Trump would ever win.
I was going to say, because it's
Maryland.
not a swing state.
Right. But all right. Appreciate the insight. Thanks a lot, and good luck on Tuesday. Should be fun.
Day.
What a fun day election day will be. Yeah. All right. Have you ever checked the title to your home? If you're like me, the answer is probably no. I've never done that, and that's exactly what scammers are counting on. In today's world, you need to take personal responsibility for protecting your biggest asset, which is, no doubt, your home. The FBI calls it house stealing, and it's a fast-growing crime, one of the fastest-growing crimes. We just had a story about this. Was it last week or the week before? I think it was a couple weeks ago. And there was a woman a homeowner in Florida who lost their home because a title thief stole the title by just filing I think it's called a quit deed. They just forge your signature on it, hand it in to the county, and they've stolen your house. And there's no way you can know until the bills start showing up. Somebody takes out a loan against your house. Somebody tries to sell your house out from under you. I mean, it is terrifying what can happen. These criminals, a lot of times, don't even want your house or just after the equity. So, yeah, they take out the loan against your property. And then they just disappear, leaving you with the debt and a legal nightmare to deal with. But that doesn't have to be the case. You don't have to be a victim to this. That's why there's Home Title Lock. Their triple lock protection monitors your title 24/7, alerts you to any changes, and if you're a victim, they work to restore your title with no out-of-pocket cost to you. So don't wait until it's too late that this has already happened to you. Go to HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com. Use the promo code UNLEASHED, and you'll get a free 30-day trial and a free title history report to ensure your home hasn't already been compromised. That's HomeTitleLock.com, promo code UNLEASHED. Use the link in the description for 30 days of protection and a free title report. Take action right now. HomeTitleLock.com. Yeah.
And now, Pat Gray returns.
IRS Whistleblower Gary Shapley. Remember him? His testimony in Congress changed the course of the Biden family corruption case, resulted in Hunter Biden's felony convictions. He has been given an ultimatum now from his agency: accept a forced transfer, a demotion, or quit. Just leave. But there's no retribution for whistleblowers. I don't want you to think that. That's not what this is about. He was given 3 options. What do you want? Leave your post as supervisory special agent in Chicago, accept a job as a senior analyst in Washington, accept a pay cut and demotion to criminal investigator, or you can retire. The letter was delivered to him this week. You must indicate your intent by selecting one of the 3 options below, it said. Please sign, date, and return this document to your manager and me no later than 15 calendar days from the date of this notice. IRS portrayed the ultimatum as part of a diversity program for development of future leaders and the continued growth, success, and sustainability of the IRS. Wait, okay, so this is for the future growth of the IRS? No, thank you. The mobility of our leaders will showcase diversity of thought, breadth of experience, and technical and interpersonal expertise for a successful future, the letter stated. Jeez.
I tell you what, man.
One of his attorneys said this is nothing more than retaliation.
Of course.
And this started a year ago, the retaliating against this particular guy. Incredible.
Yeah.
Just incredible. They don't even care.
No.
Did you think that we weren't going to know about the retaliation you're taking against this whistleblower? I guess they don't care. I guess they just think it's too late. Also, pro-life advocate Bevelyn Williams just turned herself into a federal prison in Alabama earlier this month. She was sentenced to 41 months in federal prison for violation of the FACE Act, where she stood in the way of, I don't know, the doorway of an abortion clinic. Are you serious? For that, for protesting outside an abortion clinic and asking people not to kill their babies, she's going to serve 41 months in prison. 3.5 years in prison for that. She didn't beat anybody. She didn't stab anyone. She didn't steal anything.
But Donald Trump's the one who's going to go after people who he disagrees with politically.
Yeah, right.
Whether they're in the IRS or
again,
pro-life.
projection. It's what they're doing, so they're just projecting it on him.
Always.
When Trump is elected, she needs to be pardoned, reunited with her family, and we need to overturn the FACE Act. It's unbelievable.
Yep.
In 2019, Williams watched in horror as then Governor Andrew Cuomo signed into law the Reproductive Health Act. That decision to legalize abortion up to birth, was disturbing to her. Huh, what a hater. Why do you hate women?
Yeah.
Why? Even as someone who'd had multiple abortions. During her sentencing hearing, she made this statement before the judge. She said, "After I got my first abortion, it took a toll on me. The next thing I know, I am waiting in the room and it's time. I go to sleep, I wake up, it's done. But it wasn't done. You can't just pull something out. You can't cut something out of you without the emotional consequences that people have to face every day. And for me, that led me down a very, very dark road of depression." I don't know how often this occurs with people who've had abortions, but I would guess it's a lot. Williams never imagined she'd stand in front of an abortion facility and protest. Once her life was surrendered to Christ, she began to feel deeply for other black women considering abortion. And why isn't that talked about more? The fact that abortion clinics, 80% of them, are located in predominantly black areas. Huh.
By design from the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, you might go back to Margaret Sanger for that, whose goal it was to eliminate as many black babies as she possibly could. It was a eugenics ploy. That's all it was. That's all it is. So, knowing the pain that comes with abortion, she wanted to reach women to share her story and help them choose life. Now she's facing the second longest sentencing in a series of recent FACE Act-related convictions. Lauren Handy was just unjustly convicted in a FACE Act trial in D.C. In August 2023. She was sentenced to 57 months in prison. She's the only one to get a longer sentence than Williams got. She's a married mother of a young daughter, Williams. She was blindsided by the length of the sentence. When her legal team requested she remain at home with her family during the appeal process, the judge refused, saying, in Williams' words, that she was a danger to the streets and to society. In her statement before the judge, Williams said, I am loud, I'm passionate, but am I violent? No. She's a danger to society because she wants to save children. This is where we are right now.
This is where we're at, man. This is why Tuesday is so damn important.
Oh, my gosh. It's just so critical. She told the judge, I didn't go there with intentions to hurt that woman or anybody else. I wanted to preach the gospel, and I wanted to use the message that God gave me because I lived it. I'm not judging those girls who go in there ready to get an abortion. I know exactly what it's like. Yes, she's had multiple abortions. She was charged with violating the FACE Act in connection with their interference with individuals seeking to obtain an abortion. The official designation of the offense that was given to her was unlawful assembly. For that, you get 41 months in prison? 3.5 years? God, that's incredible. But the Biden-Harris administration just continues to inflict unjust prosecution against pro-lifers as they continue to invoke the FACE Act. This thing has to be overturned.
Mm-hmm.
It's been weaponized and used to make an example out of pro-life activists. They want to scare you away from ever protesting abortions at a clinic. Republican lawmakers Mike Lee and Chip Roy wrote earlier this year, since its passage, the FACE Act has been used approximately 130 times against pro-lifers, but has only been leveled in defense of churches and pregnancy centers 5 times, even though churches and pro-life centers are 22 times more likely to be attacked than abortion clinics. 22 times more likely to be attacked. Wow. Okay, this is unconscionable. And something absolutely has to be done. So, please, tell everybody you know who's even considering voting for Trump. Share these things with them. Make sure they understand what we're facing here. Because I don't know if a lot of people really get it. Yeah, they think, okay, she's going to raise taxes, whatever. Okay, she's not going to secure the border. All right, yeah, inflation's up a little bit, but what isn't?
But boy, wouldn't it be cool to have the first female president, and I helped make that happen? Woo-hoo!
The first black female in office. Wouldn't that be wonderful? The first Asian American in office. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Well, no, not when that person has policies like she does. No, it wouldn't be wonderful. And all they've got here at the end is Trump supporters are garbage and Trump is a fascist Nazi Hitler. Oh, okay. Did you see the surprising take from Anna Kasparian? She's a co-host at Young Turks.
Oh,
this is one of the weirdest places I've ever seen to find a little bit of.
She's been undergoing a change since. What was the thing that something happened to her? Somebody went off on her. Some stupid woke bull crap.
Yes, she got approached in the middle of the night by herself and completely changed.
Yeah, so that was
really
on her safety.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yes, you're right, Keith.
That was years ago that it happened, but I think she only recently, discussed it publicly.
Yeah, talked
because
about it.
we've actually played clips of her over the last couple of years. In the vein that I think you're going here, I'm not familiar with this here, but this is probably part of that sea change she's undergoing.
Yeah, apparently she responded to recent attacks by the left, saying, that Trump is a fascist. She said, okay, fine, I'll bite. Fascism requires a militarized citizenry, conquest/imperialism, the elimination of our governing bodies like Congress, and the notion that anyone who isn't part of a master race should be massacred. She noted that it was a weird thing to label a guy who brags about not starting any new wars. He also passed criminal justice reform, she points out. And personally, pardoned black inmates who are serving life sentences for drug crimes who Obama was unwilling to pardon. Mm-hmm. But I'm the effing stupid one? Okay. I love it.
Awesome.
Thank you. When she was attacked by a leftist for her statement, she responded, how do you explain more minorities supporting him now than ever before? Are they fascist too?
Mm-hmm.
And to these sick freaks, the answer is probably yes. Yes, everybody who supports him is garbage and a fascist. But she said those words actually mean something beyond not liking a candidate. I also don't think listening to or reading the perspectives of conservative voters is a flaw or something I should be ashamed of. Boy, she doesn't fit on Young Turks anymore, does she? That is a radical organization. Super left-wing. And with these views, can she be there much longer? I don't know.
No.
That's incredible.
She's got some soul searching to do.
I think so. Wow. All right, we've got overtime coming up. Have a great Halloween, a safe one.
Boo.
And we'll see you back here tomorrow.
That scare you?
It scared me. Yeah, very scared.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.